Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are listening to me. Welcome to another episode of Wealth Building Conference. My name is Oludare Fasola. I want to thank everyone that has been joining us every week since we started these programs. On behalf of Wealth Building Conference team, we want to thank everyone for joining us every week. We want to appreciate your time. We understand the importance you attach to these programs. And I want to tell you that today is going to be another important day. You're going to have value for your time today. So, just like the normal way, the usual way of starting the program, wherever you are joining us, I want you to please type your name and where you are joining from. If you are joining from any part of the world, Canada, United States, any part of the world, please type your name and where you are joining from. Again, we want you to please share these links amongst those who are interested in learning about financial success, especially those who are in sales, right? Because we're going to talk about another topic today that most of the sales agents overlook, that really, matters a lot that affect our business. So I'll be sharing some practical tips and actionable steps for us to take our sales business to the next level. So one of the important skills that you must have as an entrepreneur is sales skills, right? I don't care whatever sector you find yourself, but if you want to be extremely successful in life, one of the important skills you must develop is sales skills. And one thing that you also need to know when you are developing your sales skills is trust, right? How do people perceive you in the crowded market? Many of us are just in the highly competitive environment where you know you know clients your contemporaries are, they are competing for attention. So in this case, you need to show high level of trust to your client, people around you. It is very, very, very important for you to understand that trust is one of the currency of today. So on that note, I'm gonna quickly pull up my slide today to show you how you can actually build trust, especially in a crowded market. Like we are on a social media space, right? A lot of people are competing for attention, and the only thing that will make you to stand out is the level of trust your client, your people around you have in you, that will make you to make you look extremely different from other advisor or agent out there. So I'm going to pull up my slide. So today's topic is going to be titled the trust factor, how to make clients choose you in a crowded market. Now, I want you to know that today's business is not like the number way we used to do it in the past. Like, I remember when I joined financial services industry like 5 years ago, right? We used to reach out to clients through phone calls and all of that. And sincerely speaking, we have a lot of success. But in today's market, things are really changing. Clients are competing for attention. Your other competitor out there, they are also competing for attention because you are on the same market. So you need to understand, how do you make yourself visible, credible, reliable in front of your clients. So I'm going to be sharing actionable strategies and practical tips that can help you to build trust in a crowded market. Now, this is the crowded market reality. Too many agents, high competitions. I want you to know that we are in a highly competitive environment. We are in a highly competitive market now. Clients are attentions. Your agents are also competing to gain credibility, to gain popularity in the marketplace. Again, overwhelming choices, endless opinion. People want to make. There are so many choices out there, right? When you meet clients, they'll be telling you, so somebody has shown me this before, this has shown me this, but I'm even convinced I don't even know what to do, right? So there are so many choices, and the most important thing when it comes to choices, why client will choose you, is the trust, how credible you are, how trustworthy you are in front of your client, right? Growing skepticism, increased caution. Clients are becoming increasingly conscious of what they want to buy. Because why? There are a lot of agents out there that are just selling just to make money, right? So the clients, they are looking for people that are trustworthy, that are reliable. Now, trust is the new currency of sales. Like I tell you, the more trusted you are, the more credible you are, the more you are extremely referable to other people. I've seen so many many of my clients, just because we stay consistent in the market, just because of the value we added to them, they refer client to me. It happens to me just I think on Monday, right? One of my all-time client just refer one of his friends to me and say, hey, if you really want to build retirement income, if you want to get a very good life insurance, please reach out to Mr. Fashola. It's going to help you. And of course, the client reached out to me. We have a conversations. We meet on Zooms, and I show him the values. And he said, wow, this is what I've been missing all this while. I said, yes, because why? The reality is, they said they are showing me so many things on TikTok. Like if I have maybe $11, I can get a life insurance. I said, well, the reality is that they will not even tell you the kind of life insurance you're going to get with $11. Again, he even said that even with my health conditions, I can still get life insurance. And I just quickly go to ChatGPT that, can you get life insurance with, extremely, serious health condition? The answer is yes, but the kind of that insurance is going to be very, very expensive. So I show him different types of insurance coverages that you can get and how your health condition can impact the price of your insurance. So I try to show him all of this, and that is how he now said, oh, this is what people don't know. So this is one thing that I want you to know, that there are growing skepticisms in the market. People going to internet to pitch a lot of product to them, but the way you position yourself in the marketplace, the way you are more trusted, more credible, will make you to stand out in front of your client. Why trust beat price and product? A lot of people, right? I've seen that in many occasions, that for them to sell, it's sometimes they will lower their price just for people to patronize them. Honestly speaking, lowering your price or your product, or maybe try to modify the product, rebrand your product, or maybe repackaging the product, might not really help you to sell. What people are looking for is trust, right? And everybody to put in the comment section, trust. Now, if you are very trustworthy, if you are credible, right, I tell you, no matter how much you place your product, people will still buy it. See, it is not about the product. It is not your price that is actually, making you not to close. It's because you are not trustworthy. Price can be matched. Competitor can easily match or undercut pricing. Now, if you put a product out there, right? Like I used to work with different insurance carriers, and they have different products. All of them, they are bringing up products. They want to compete in the marketplace. But here is the truth, right? You that want to sell that product, okay? What clients want to buy is trust, right? Sometimes you run a quote for a client that is even much more expensive than other carrier. But guess what? Clients will still buy from you because why? You are trustworthy. So clients want trusted advisor, sales agent. And it doesn't really matter which sector you find yourself. It might be real estate, might be life insurance, could be mortgage, could be coaches, digital product. The reality is that if you are not trustworthy, if you are not credible, if you are not reliable, nobody will buy from you. And this is one thing that I want everybody to know today. Trust is the currency of today. The more trusted you are, the more credible you are, the more you are able to stand out in crowded marketplace. Two, product can be copied. Features are easily replicated. Today, innovation is tomorrow's standard. Now, they can actually copy your product, right? They can put the same product that match up your product in the marketplace, but nobody can beat trust, right? If you have so many products, if you are not trustworthy, trust me, you will struggle in the marketplace. Again, trust is equal to sustainable advantage. Trust builds loyalty and referral. It's unique and non-replicable. See, trust build loyalty. When people trust you, all right, it's people, they will be loyal to you, right? Anything you want them to do for you, they will do it because why? They can trust you. And that will continue to build loyalty, and that will make them to refer more people to you. Guys, if you are not trustworthy, you can never be a fantastic sales agent. And I don't care what kind of product you are selling. Could be services, could be tangible product, could be intangible product. The most important thing is that you must be trusted. Okay? The trust gap. These are common trust breaking mistakes that people are doing. Number one, overselling, right? Now, I'm going to use example of what I'm doing right now. I'm a licensed insurance agent. Now, sometimes, right, when you are in front of a client and you are selling what the client does not need to that person, it could build it can lead to breach of trust. For example, a client needs just a term insurance to cover his house, right? And you are quoting, you are selling something that the client does not need to that person. That is what we call overselling. Or a client needs an insurance coverage of $1 million, and you are proposing $2 million because you want to make commission, right? That is a breach of trust. And client will easily feel that. Anytime you are in front of a client and you don't really put their interest in mind, they can feel it from the way you position the product to them, right? Number two, inconsistent follow-up. How many of us have actually, missed this, right? So client asks you, call me back tomorrow at 4 p.m. and you didn't call back. Or you promised the person, okay, I'm going to call you back around 2 p.m. on Saturday just for us to review, and you fail to call back. And you don't even send a message that, hey, I'm sorry, for some reasons, and maybe I have some family emergency and I'm unable to reach out. I'm unable to have the meeting. I'm going to, schedule another time just for us to have it. If there is inconsistent follow-up, the trust will be breached, and client will not, they can't deal with that kind of a person. That's the reality. Broken promises, like, you promise a client, I'm going to give you a discount of this product if you do this. At the end of the day, the client, these things that can break trust, between you and your client. Four, self-serving focus. When you put your interest over the client interest, that's self-serving focus. Like, it happens a lot in insurance business when advisors, right, is actually selling a product because of his own personal gains. That's what we call self-serving focus. So if you really want to be very successful in sales, right, your client's interest must be the priority anytime you want to recommend any product to them. It doesn't really matter what you are selling, whether you are selling tangible or intangible services. The most important thing is that focus on your client, right? If you serve your client well, right, client will refer client to you, right? Very good, happy client refer happy client back to you. That's what I want everybody to know today. Okay, be a trusted advisor, not just a seller. Trust is your competitive edge. Now, there are so many insurance agents out there, right? There are so many real estate agents out there. There are so many mortgage agents out there. Why do they choose to buy from certain person and did not buy from another person? The reality is that one of them is more trusted than the other. So if you are not trusted, if you are not credible, I'm repeating myself, nobody will buy from you. You can put the price below all the market. The reality is that if you cannot be trusted, nobody's going to buy from you. Okay? The 3 pillars of trust, CRA. Everybody type CRA. CRA. Number 1, credibility. Show your expertise and deep knowledge. One thing that client buy is credibility. And credibility comes in terms of expertise and deep knowledge about the subject matter, right? If you are a sales agent, right, you must be very, very knowledgeable about what you are doing. Like, for example, you are a life insurance agent, okay, and you are positioning a product to a client. You should be able to explain the details of what that product can do, what the features and the benefit of a certain product to your client. So because what your clients want to know is, how do this person really have experience about the subject matter? Can I buy from this person because of his knowledge, because of his expertise, because of his skills? Because why? What they buy from you is your credibility. And credibility comes in front of expertise and skills. 2, reliability. Keep your promise and follow through, right? You must be reliable. Imagine, right? Even at home, right? You promise your children something, you promise your wife something, the wife promised your husband something, and you fail to do it. Nobody can rely on you. Like, if you are not reliable, nobody can take you, like, they can really take you for your words, right? When you make promise to your client, when you make promise to do something for them, when you offer them discount, please make sure you do that thing. Make sure you follow everything to the letter. Because why? Clients, they are watching you. If you don't do that, how would you want them to refer their friends, their families, their colleagues that work to you? Again, authenticity. Be genuine and transparent. Guys, let us be very, very transparent. When you are in front of a client, and I'm going to be using myself as an example, please be bold enough to explain the downsides of a product and services you are selling to them. For example, if you are selling, for example, a universal life insurance, let them know, okay, these are part of this product that are guaranteed. These ones are not guaranteed, okay? If you are selling term insurance to them, let them know, like, you're going to pay for certain numbers of years. After this period, right, your policy expire, right? Meaning that all the money you put in, if you don't pass a social period, your money is gone. Let them know. Let them know what they are into. I've seen a lot of people, they have life insurance. They don't even know what they have. Because why? The people that sold it to them, they don't explain the downside of the product to them. They only tell them the good side of it. They don't tell them the other side of it. And you know what? If clients find out from another person that you didn't explain the details of what I need to know about this particular thing that you're selling to me, and they get to know from another person, they will cancel that. They will cancel the policy. So guys, let us be transparent. Everybody type authenticity. Let us be very, very, very authentic in whatever we are doing. If the client wants to buy, he will buy, right? If he doesn't want to buy, he will not still buy. Again, when you are filling out insurance application, please let them disclose all the materials, information that the underwriter will need to determine whether they're going to approve or decline a certain policy, or whether they're going to put exclusions. These are some of the transparency. A client tells you, okay, I'm suffering from these social conditions, I'm taking these social drugs. Oh, don't disclose that. If you disclose that, they're not going to approve you. If at the end of the day they approve that policy and something happened within 2 years and they want to contest the policy and they decline the claim, they will say, oh, insurance company didn't pay. This insurance company is a scam. It's not a scam because you as an advisor, you not guide a person to be transparent just because you want to make commission. Guys, let us be let us be credible, let us be real, let us be reliable, and let us be very, very authentic. The storytelling builds trust. Now, one thing that I want you to know today, that when it comes to sales, story sells very, very, very fast. I was a guest speaker at a certain event on Wednesday, and I do tell them that, look, I close within 5 minutes of entering the presentation. Why? Because I share my testimony, right? Share client success story. Like, when you put up a certain product for them, when you buy and they have very good experience, all right, please tell them to give you a feedback, a way of review, and share that to other clients. See, when nothing sells faster than client success story. When they want to buy and they see that somebody has actually did the same thing that they want to do, and that person have very good experience, chances is that they are in. So share success stories of your client. Two, use your personal journey. Like, I used to present a lot. When I want to bring people into the business, one thing I will let them know is my journey, my story. Okay? Because why? They want to know how you have been able to transit from your struggle to where you are right now. So share your personal journey. Okay? It's very, very important. Like, some people, I used to sponsor us on the Facebook, and I've seen somebody one day that said, "Oh, this person said I'm a refugee, and for that reasons, he even had the gut to say, yes, I came to Canada as a refugee." Right? That's my story, right? And I'm just using that to let people know that if you are your status, your background, your color has nothing to do with your success in life. So some people are so they are so myopic, they don't even know what they are doing. So when you share a story, they use that to mock you. See, it's your story, right? Please be authentic, be real, because why? That's what people will buy. So share your personal story, share your authentic, and be real. Like, don't try to package it. Be real. Create emotional connections when you are telling stories, right? I used to say, I have a client in 2020, 2021, when I started my business. I presented a life insurance to the person, okay? And he said, well, Mr. Fashola, because I'm still looking for my papers, I'm still a refugee. When I get my papers, I'm going to get back to you to set up the life insurance. 2024, around February, one of my friends called me that, so, Fash, that person died. He died without having life insurance, right? So you should be able to share that kind of a story when you are when you meet your client. Let them know the consequences of not taking action, especially something that is not guaranteed. Okay, see, all these things, the reason why you are struggling to close is because you don't know the strategies. You don't understand the strategies to position yourself to your client. Create emotional story. People buy story, not just product. Everybody put that. People buy stories, not product. A lot of us are selling product, right? Client doesn't really care about the product. What they buy is story. So share your authentic story. Now, active listening, one of the very important things that also you need to understand when it comes to trust is active listening. It is a powerful trust accelerator. Stop selling. Understand the needs of your client. I mean, you don't understand the needs of your client and you are positioning a product, you are pushing a product to the client. I mean, how are you trying to just solve your own problem, or you're just selling because why? Client they actually have a needs they want to fulfill. They have a needs to be met now, and they are looking up to you to offer a very good recommendations to them. But instead of you to dig down, ask them questions, probing questions, do you have debt? Do you have this? Do you have that? What areas do you want to? You start pushing shoulder to them because what? You want to sell. So stop selling, understand the needs of your client. And the only way to do that is to listen. Listen attentively. Make sure that you understand their pain point In that way, you'll be able to position, you'll be able to offer very good solutions to their problems. Two, ask deeper questions, uncover motivations. Anytime you are in front of a client, right? Ask deeper questions. So now, for example, I used to help medical professionals to build wealth and to help them in tax. So sometimes I ask them, how much tax do you pay last year? Okay. Well, 20,000, $40,000. Do you want to continue to give your money to CRA? Okay, let's adopt this strategy so that we can help you to save a lot of money on taxes, and that money can be put on X amount of strategies that will generate more income for you. That is how to uncover it. So when you ask deeper questions, you uncover their pain point. Again, provide tailored solution, address specific needs. So if a client comes to you, I have a mortgage to protect, my children want to go to school, I have debt, this is my income. Please make sure your solutions, right, align with what the client really needs, the solutions, right? You don't just offer a product that will not match the client's specific needs, right? Your product should cover, for example, the mortgage. If the client pass, the family should be able to pay off the mortgage. Now, if the person pass, the family should not be, they should not be struggling to pay the debt, right? If anything happened to probably the person did not, maybe sickness happened, critical illness, disability happened, the person should have some form of, income that will make him or her to still have money while he's recovering from that illness. So you must be able to address, all your product must address specific needs of your client. Again, make them feel hard, show empathy. Now, one thing that a lot of agents don't do is to show empathy, right? Empathy means just put them in your shoe, feel like feel for them, right? Share from their pains. Oh, I totally understand. I totally understand. But at this time, we need to move to the next step. Oh, I know things are very tough, right? People are losing their job. But at the same time, we need to protect your family, right? Oh, now you cannot qualify for standard insurance. I've been there before. I know people that are actually in the same shoe, but I've been able to offer this, and that to them to help them. Guys, let them feel hard. Show empathy. Understand their pain point. Share from their pains. In that way, they will trust you. Don't appear to them as if you are after their commission. Don't appear to them as if you want to sell something to them. Client can feel that and they will not trust you, right? Social proof and authority, it's very, very important. Show client testimony, right? Like I said earlier, see, one thing that I want you to do anytime you finish your presentation, you serve a client, and the client is very happy, please ask the person for 5-star review. Like, see, can you please help me to write a review about what I share with you today? If you're happy about it, please let the client show it so that other people will know that you are not just selling, you are helping clients to solve problems. Again, detailed case study, measurable business outcomes. If you are able to solve a certain problems and you look at the KPI, which is key performance indicator, let the client also show it. Oh, I've been able to cover your mortgage. We've been able to provide your kids education. Like, I've been able to put some money, some form of income. Let the client state all of that, right? Because why? You want to know how you've been able to solve the person's problem. Don't forget that you are not selling, you are solving problem. Because you don't know, some of us are just selling, they don't solve problem. If you are just selling, trust me, nobody will trust you, right? You need to educate. Again, industry recognitions, award and certifications. We just came back from Convention of Champion in Abada. And if you have some award, if you get some award and certification, please showcase that on your social media. This is how people can see you as an authority. If you receive an award, it means that you are very good at what you do. Don't fail to do all these little things. It matters a lot because we overlook it. A lot of us overlook, oh, you get an award and you don't want to choose that. Why? Come on. Showcase, let people know you that you are an expert, you are good in what you do, and people will actually trust you. Consistent create confidence. Everybody's right. Consistent creates confidence. Number one, initial contact. Prompt, personalized replies to inquiry. Now, if you, like, for example, you have a social media and you send something out for, and there's a call to action. Let's say, for example, okay, if you want a quick quote, you can DM me quote, and I will send you the my quick quote, and they send you the DM and you don't respond, right? This is a red flag, right? Whatever you cannot do, please don't put it out there. Client actually look for all of these little, because anybody that wants to you, right, they will first go through the charts, right? They will go through your social media page, they will see what you've been doing, how people have been responding to you, what you've been doing to them. They will check all of this to know whether you are that person that are prompt, personalized, quickly reply to inquiries. Two, regular checks in. Systematic flows ops tailored to client need. Now, when you meet your client, right, please put up a systematic follow-ups tailored to the need of the client. And you can actually do this with your CRM. Like, today, you don't really need to do so much. If you want AI, we're in the world of AI, there are so many things that AI can actually do for you, like, email sequence, like, follow-ups, so many things, right? Client birthdays and all of that. So you can actually create a follow-up system that you don't really need to be there, right? So that the system can be, working on your behalf. These are the things that you can do that will boost your credibility, that will increase your trust in front of your client. Value added touch point. Share value, the market insight and resources. One thing that clients really want to know is how current you are in the marketplace, right? If there is increase, like if there is changes in certain industry, like, regulation change, currently, Canada government, the tariffs, the trade war that is going on, some of the strategies that the government is actually adopting to, to fight that, or to make the economy to be stable. Try to read about all of this, right? The latest interest rate, fiscal policy, tax update and all of that. These are things, it doesn't really matter that you need to be an accountant to understand all of this. No, right? You need to be very, 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 very update. Like, you need to be updated in everything you are doing, so that when client sees that, they will trust you, right? You share material. So this is the current update on the trade war. This is the current update on the interest rate. This is the current update on the fiscal policies. This is the current update in the market as regard this particular product. These are things that clients really want to know. Like, you give them valuable information without requesting for it. In that way, they will trust you. Post sales relationship, ongoing support beyond the transactions. Once you finish the sales transactions, right, please make a follow-up calls, right? Do your normal, do policy, do reviews. Like, you don't need to wait until your client reach out to you, right? Develop a solid relationship such that the client will know that you are really building relationship. Don't forget that when you serve them well, they will refer client back to you. That's one thing. And it is easy for you to maintain your existing client than for you to be looking for new ones. If you serve your existing client very well, they will refer other clients to you. It is cheaper, it is easy for you to get clients from your existing client than to start looking for new ones. Actionable step to build trust today. Number one, share your client story per week. So these are the things that I want you to do. These are the actionable steps. If you follow this, trust me, you will increase your trust, and this will translate to a lot of. Try this, right? Because these are things that are really, really working. These are the things I've shared with so many people that I really work with them. Number one, feature client success stories across marketing channels. Like for example, you have a client success stories, that give you very fantastic review. Share it on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook. Okay, share it across the platform. Authentic stories. You will see that these are things that clients really want to know. Number two, audit your promises versus delivery. Now, there's one thing to promise, there is one thing to deliver. Okay, are you delivered on your promises? Okay, are you delivered on your promises? A lot of us do promise, right? But we don't deliver. Consistently delivered on comments, identify and close gaps. Like if you post on social media, okay, you should make sure that anytime you see comment, please make sure you return the you respond. Don't sleep on it. Clients are watching. See, people that will buy from you, they'll be watching the way you are actually dealing with other people, if you can be trusted. Three, create personal 3 steps onboarding, right? Design a personal onboarding process for new client. So when you have a new client, right, have a system in place to to launch them into the system. If you are, for example, if you are selling coaches, right, make sure you have a standard process to onboard your client. Like for example, once your client pay, all right, this is the first orientation, this is the second orientation, this is how we're going to start the coaching. So so when there is clarity, it makes your job much easier. The client will trust you. They will know you know what you are doing. If you don't have a clear system, a clear roadmap, nobody will trust you. So have these strategies in place. 24 hours response commitment. Commit to responding to all client messages within 24 hours. Now, if a client message you, try as much as possible within 24 hours to respond to their message, to their message, either by email, either by text message, whichever channel send message to you, please try to respond back to their message. It's very, very important. Implement these actions for quick client relationship improvement. Turning trust into sales. Faster decision. Trusted advisor shorten sales cycles as clients feel confident. Now, one thing that you need to know is that if you are trusted, all right, it's your conversion rate is going to be very high, as opposed to if you are not, if they don't trust you. Like it makes your job much easier. Imagine clients already build confidence, they already trust you, you are reliable, they're coming to you to buy, right? It's like this. It's easy because why? You don't need to start showing them so many testimony again. You don't need to try to show them some things about you. No, they already have the confidence, they have already built the trust in you, so you don't need to stress yourself. It makes your job more easier. Higher value client. Trust attract quality clients who value expertise over price. It's clients buy your credibility, right? They don't really care about price, right? What they care about is, am I stay with this person? All right. This person will not mislead me. Imagine if a client feel like this person might sell a wrong product to me. Okay, you can imagine that's a serious red flags there. Like client will feel like, no, I can't trust this person, right? So these are the things that make you lose sales, right? And it's not in life insurance business alone. It's cut across all type of sales, right? You need to understand that client, once they trust you, price is not the issue. Some of us try to lower our prices and say, oh, if I give them discount, they will buy more. Guys, in fact, when you lower your price so too much, they'll be like, thing is a fake. This is not an original. How many of us have witnessed that in the past? If you witness, please type it on the comment section, right? You're lowering your price just for them to come and buy, and the client feel like, do you think that this is an original thing? I don't really like, this is too good to be true. Like, why is this guy lowering prices just all of a sudden? No, this is not original. This is not real. This is not what I want. And what you are selling is real. You are selling a genuine product. But because you are trying to sell, because you are trying to lower your price for them to buy, the the, the breach of trust comes in. So guys, it's not about the price. Guy, client don't care about the price. Once they trust you, trust me, in fact, they can even leave you that want to sell something that is cheaper. They will go to another person to buy it more than what you are offering them. And it's the same thing. What you even offer them is even more better than what you're going to buy somewhere. Maybe times 2 of times 3. But the fact still remain that because you cannot be trusted, like they feel like you are not selling them the right thing. You can see what you're doing to yourself. So let us really work on our trust. Few objections. Clients are likely to question recommendations when they trust you. Like, once they trust you, right? You sell. Like, you ask them question. I don't have any question. Just put up the application. Let me see. Just tell me where to sign. I'm just going to sign, and that's okay. And there is nothing anybody can tell them. They won't believe that person, because why? They trust you. So it's trust. Honestly speaking, this is one thing that everybody must work on first before you launch yourself into the marketplace. Guys, let us be trustworthy. Sales is very sweet when clients trust you. Like, they'll be blowing your trumpet everywhere they go. Say, look, go and meet so person. Like, this guy is there. He understands what he's doing. Referral flow naturally when trust is in. Your best client become your most effective marketing team, bringing pre-qualified prospects to you. Imagine that. That's what trust can do for you. Strong value proposition. Why choose you? Number one, I want you to ask yourself this question. If you are doing one of these, I don't sell product, I solve problem. How many of us can boast of that? Are you selling product, okay, or you are solving problem? If you are selling product, you are not building trust. Stop selling product. Like, you are solving problem. The more problem you solve, the more you are more valuable in the marketplace. Trust me, clients can feel people that really care about them, their life. Clients feel people that really care about their problem, that are ready to solve the problem. They are ready to do anything for them. I simplify complex choices into clear. This is what I do, right? If you want to really position yourself in the marketplace, if you want to break even in sales, if you want to launch yourself into a new era of sales, please try all this. It's an actionable steps. I'm not giving you a fluff. I'm not giving you something that is not working. I'm telling you what is working in today's world in terms of sales, right? And it doesn't matter what you are selling, whether you're selling tangible or intangible product. This works for everybody. I simplify complex choices into clear decisions. Have you ever find yourself in a situation where you're in front of a client and client lost? Like, I don't understand what you are saying. Like, I don't know what you are saying. Like, what exactly are you talking about? Because I don't know what to do. Because why? There is no clarity. Like, you make you just make everything just too cumbersome for the client to take decisions, right? I'm in the business of protecting future. That's what I'm doing. I'm just telling you what I do. I solve problem. I don't sell product. I simplify complex choices into a clear decision for my client to choose it. Because why? I want them, I need them to know what exactly do they want to do, what they want to do, right? So let's quickly, these are the key takeaway. Number one, trust is number one sales differentiators. All right. Trust is your sustainable competitive advantage. It's very, very important. When you are trustworthy, when you are reliable, client buys from you. Build trust through 3 pillars. One, credibility, reliability, and authenticity. CRA. Number 3, use stories, proof, and consistency. Isolated trust with storytelling, proof, and consistently follow up. Guys, if you practice this, trust me, your sales will increase, you become a go expert in the marketplace, and you become extremely referable to your client out there. So the agent who will win tomorrow are the one who act today. If you want to really, scale your sales, I want you to DM me the word win, and let's talk about how you can apply the trust factor immediately and become the agent client choose every time. Thank you so much for your time today. It has been an amazing here just to talk to you. If you have any question, uh, you can put it in the comment section so that we can quickly go into that. I want to thank everyone that has joined this program today. It has been an amazing session for me, and I'm so grateful for God for giving me the opportunity to share what I have learned in the course of my business. So one thing I want you to know is that even with all of these strategies that I'm sharing with you today, one thing that I want to talk about is your mindset. Right? I used to say this every time because many people get stuck in life because they have a limiting belief, because they have a wrong mindset. Right? If if your mindset, if you have a winning and a positive mindset, you are 90% successful in anything you are doing, whether sales, whether your career. It's very important. So guys, I really want you to really work on your mindset, especially you that you are in sales. Right? You face rejections, you face pushback from people, people cancel on you, clients stop picking your calls because you're asking them to come and listen to the presentation. But how did you treat all of this? Right? Some of us take it personal, some say because of that I'm not going to do this business. It's actually your mindset. So guys, let's really work on our mindset. Okay. And I do say this every time, that is it difficult for you to put 2-3 years in a business that can pay you for life, or to go and settle for that 9 to 5 and continue to work 20 years, 15 years and retire, and you still struggle financially? Think about that. Food for thought. So on that note, I'm going to bring this meeting to an end today. So on behalf of the Wealth Building Team Conference, we want to thank everyone that has joined us today. We're going to see you tomorrow again. We're going to be talking about medical professionals, business owners, on how they can build wealth and save on taxes. Until then, thank you and bye for now.